Hello everybody, this is Apu from AP Gaming and welcome back to another episode on ARK. Today we're gonna do a dungeon in a little different way, but before we go ahead and do that, I just want to thank you guys, all of you guys, for subscribing to our channel. I think we crossed the 50 subscriber mark, and then I really appreciate that. And then you guys coming down and hanging out with us on the videos. Really awesome. So I thought, as a token of appreciation for spending time with us, I want to give something back to you guys. So if you could leave your server name and your survival name in multiplayer mode, in the comments, then I could actually, drop by and get you the loot drop for the month. I usually play a lot between 1 and 4, EST, PM, the afternoon, evening hours. So that would also help. So now on to dungeon, guys. So today I'm going to try the stealth mode, meaning I'm going to use the ghillie armor, like how the dungeon actually describes it here itself. A guy in ghillie, using a compound bow. So I want to try it out and see if it works in the mob room, and if it works, then all we have to do is basically knock them out and kill them. So I don't have to go head on with all the dinos in the mob room. It kind of saves a lot of ammo and precious metal to craft all of the gears in terms of guns and everything, especially the flak armor as well. So if this works, it's a new strategy, and it kind of will help save us a lot on the dungeon runs, right? The other thing that I want to check, guys, is to see if I can actually go ahead and tame some of the dinos inside the dungeon, not in the mob room, but those wild dinos that is there in the pathway or on the aisle, on our way towards the boss arena. So if that happens and if it works, we could well just tame one of those dinos and then fly our way inside the dungeon, etc., or maybe run around with those dinos as such. So that's another thing that I want to check out. I don't know that as of yet, so we'll find all of that out in a bit. Now, if none of that works, guys, I'll be switching back to my regular armor and then melee my way in all the mob rooms. And then when it comes to the boss, I'm going to use the assault rifle and try to finish the boss using the assault rifle. So, and for the melee, I'm going to use the cutlass. It's basically I've actually scavenged all the cutlasses that I've got from the dungeon so far, and you can see some of them are actually halfway broken. Dura is already out on some of them. So anyway, guys, so without further ado, let's jump inside the dungeon in just a second. Alright, so let's jump in. Okay, so guys, this is the 4th dungeon, which is the Burning Pits of Despair dungeon. This is going to change tomorrow. Today's Monday, so it's going to change tomorrow to a new dungeon in multiplayer. This is, however, accessible in single player. I think it will cost about 5 ambers to access the previous dungeon. So yeah, let me quickly rearrange the hotbar, in terms of what I would need inside the dungeon. Alright, so now let's quickly go ahead and grab some of the loot drops. It kind of adds on to dungeon time, plus the loots that we get, which is added bonus. Alright, so we have a Phiomia here. Let's kind of check if we can actually knock it out. Check out on the shocking dot that I have. Yeah, so we can actually knock it out, as you see. Well, okay, so so we can't access the inventory, guys. As you see, it's kind of not showing up the inventory access, which means I cannot knock it out, not tame it. I can knock it out, but I cannot tame it. So, well, so it's not the same mechanic as how it is on the island. It is changed inside the dungeon. I can totally understand why they've done it. It's to make the dungeon a little more difficult experience than what if we were to be able to tame these dinos actually. There you go. I knocked this guy too, the Megapithecus. Well, but then it's a passive tame, so we're gonna leave it at that. All right, so guys, let's go ahead and pick up some of these loot drops. I have a territe And we'll try one more time. Let's kind of knock it out as well and see if I missed that one. Yeah, so come on. Okay, so let's check out if we can team this one up. Well, come on. Okay, so yeah, no, that's confirmed. So no, we cannot team any of these dinos inside the dungeon. The mechanic is kind of disabled. That's a bummer, you know. But yeah, I totally understand why they would do that. Anyway, back to what we were doing. Let's go ahead and grab the loot drops and move our way onto the Raptor room, and I think that's a good way to try out if our stealth mode works. Now I have doubts now. We just saw that the taming thing, it doesn't work. I don't know. I'm not sure anymore about if it's gonna work when it comes to the stealth mode. So, well, only way to find out. So I sprayed myself the bug spray. Hopefully this should work. Let's head in. So the shock dart is armed, going prone, and let's find out. Let's get in. Let's do this. Fingers crossed, people. Alright. So where are you guys? Come on. Don't see me. Okay, no. Okay, no. So strategy fail. No, it didn't work. So the guys, the dinos actually saw me. In fact, they ran towards me directly right after they spawned. So I'm switching to melee. I hope the armor doesn't break or anything. This is, I think, primitive ghillie. No armor at all, so this is a bummer, guys. This should have worked. Well, but yeah, we found out it doesn't work, so let me quickly finish this mob room. Shouldn't take much time with the cutlass here. It's one tap kill. Alright, so I'm in front of the Rhino mob room, or the so the Trike mob room, right? So I did not use the shocking dart in the previous mob room, which was raptors. Let's find out if we can actually shock them down or tranquilize them. I'm losing my hope here too. I don't think it's gonna work, but no harm trying. A couple of shots. And see if they knock out. If they get knocked out, sorry. So already shot 2 of them. That should be more than enough in easy server mode. It usually takes about 1 to knock out dinos of that size on the island. But I don't know if it's working. I doubt if it's gonna work. I don't think so if it's gonna work, because it's already been 2 or 3 shocking darts that I've shot at them, and then they seem to be pretty okay, doing well. Then I don't see any signs of them getting knocked out. No, I don't think so. Usually a Giga in easy mode would take about 6 or 7 shots at the max. All dinos, including Rex, level 30, would just get knocked out in 2 or 3 shots at the max, actually. No, I don't think so. It's working, guys. I'll have to switch to melee very soon if I have to get past this dungeon room without wasting much time on this. Now, and then yeah, get hit too in the process of trying to experiment here. Switching. Now this would be quick. Okay, this guy's gonna charge. Okay. Alright. Oh. I got hit a little more than once here. Alright. Okay, let me quickly finish this, guys. I got stunned right there. Alright, so I have picked up the key and the tech, BP. So we are now at the Terry mob room entry. I'm not gonna experiment much on this mob room, so I'm just gonna go ahead and melee my way. This is the most nasty room, I think, in this dungeon. Especially in multiplayer, we gotta be really careful with this. With these guys, they cause a lot of damage on the armor and the health too. You know, one hit kind of depletes at least my health by 20% or so. You see that? There you go. So you saw it. My health is my health got depleted by about 20%. I would say more than that. Maybe. Guys, I think what I've seen is if I mean, it's better to avoid them if they're coming, in a straight line, because by the time I hit the first guy, the third Terry in line is already extending its claws to hit me, so I get hit by the second or third guy by the time I'm killing the first guy. So I think it kind of works if I were to split this guys a little bit. It gives me more room. I got hit twice, and you see I'm almost the 35% mark on my health, and oh, it broke my boots. Yeah, it did, and I'm running out of the stem. Need to work on the stem. Stem gen. Need to generate my stem back. Come on, stem. Right, so yeah, it's a very tricky mob room. In multiplayer, I mean, there's a rubber banding effect if you get too close with these dinos, and it kind of gets hard if you get stuck with these guys. Very difficult, So we got to be careful with this. All right, so let me quickly finish this guys too as well, and then be done with this guys, and then I'll bring you guys back in just a second. Alright, so that was the last of them, and they broke my gauntlets too. And you can check out on my armor, it's almost half dead actually. So they pack a punch, that's a lot of Dura damage by them. So melee, may be quick, but it does come with the cost, guys. It costs the armor. That is if you survive the frenzy. So okay guys, let's quickly move on to the next mob room, which is the woolly rhino. Yeah. Alright, so we're back guys. This is the rhino room, and this is a much bigger mob room, so it's easier to run around, and it's kind of comparatively easy compared to the Terry room. The only thing to watch out is the rising temperature, guys. So if you do not have the thick skin on, or some sort of brew to kind of stabilize the rising temperature, that would knock you out too. So you got to watch out on that one. Well, okay. So this guy is also. They don't do as much damage on the armor as the Terry, but you gotta be careful here as well. Okay, so guys, melee all the way up until the boss arena. That kind of saves a lot too on the ammunition that we need to carry with us. That is, in single player, this is easy because there's no lag, or the rubber banding and all that stuff that we kind of encounter in the multiplayer. So it's not that hard actually in comparison to multiplayer to kind of melee our way in any of the boss rooms that we have seen so far in all the dungeons up until now. So okay, let me finish this quickly guys, and then I'll bring you guys back in just a second. Alright, so we are now in the Megapithecus room, yeah, the monkey room, and this room is all about torpor war. So the easiest way to get around them is to melee our way here. They kind of mob around you. I've seen some of them jump on me, so yeah, so we also need to keep an eye on our torpor, because that's where they get dangerous. Also, obviously the health as well, but not much on the health than what they do on the torpor. So long as we keep spamming ourselves with stem and back it up with a little bit of veggies to keep the water running up on us, at least so that we don't run out of water. That's the way to go on this mob room, guys. You see that guy jumping right at my back? Yep. So it's a rush. There's a lot of them, coming at you. I don't know, maybe what, like 8 or 9 of them in one rush. So, well, we just cleared that. Okay, and then after these guys are done with, I mean, if the mob room is cleared, we don't have to really worry about whether we're getting knocked out or not. It is okay. We are safe. Let's go ahead and refill our canteen and make way towards the lava jump and then onto the boss room. Alright, so here we are, guys, in front of the lava jump. So what I do is I jump the first one without the aid of any of those archetypes, and then on the second jump put on my aerial symbiote. It kind of helps because I have a shorter runway here, so even if I have to just walk up and then make a jump, this one aids me to get past and then land on the other side. So anyway, and this is where we die a lot in multiplayer, not because of anything but because of lags and stuff. I've seen many of us die here in this jump unnecessarily. But alright, guys, onto the boss room. Okay, so guys, I have with me about 2.4k of ammunition on the assault rifle. It does about 93 or 94 damage per ammo. So then a clip of 40 does about approximately 3.4k on health. Mathematically that should be about 600 change of ammunition to take out the boss. But then, yeah, practically you have the minions to take care of, and then some of the misfires and all the glitches that happens in a boss room. This is the Megapithecus. So this guy is kind of really fast in his turns and twists. So obviously melee is not even recommended. I've tried it many ways to try and see if I can melee it. I have been successful once, twice, but then again I've lost a lot of material and resources in trying to even finish them with melee. So not recommended at all. So assault rifle, I don't know if many people use assault rifle in the boss room. Obviously it's the pump or the compound bow. So this is one way of trying to check if the maths kind of works, or turns out right in terms of the amount of ammunition I'm carrying. My idea was to ensure that I have more than twice of what is actually required. So 600 chains. I have actually 2.4. That's about almost 4 times, 3.5 times of what is required. So we should be good here, but we don't know. That's too early to say that. And the amount of time that we have is about 14 minutes, and that's going to be tricky. Alright, so we're almost at the halfway mark here on the timer, and I think we are doing about 28k at the moment, so that's about halfway of 54. So we're neck to neck when it comes to time and the health on the Megapithecus here. So it can go either way, guys. I mean, if I lose a lot of time in trying to get a hit marker on this guy, that would be a close one. I mean, we could run out of time. So we got to get a little bit aggressive on getting hit markers on the boss, and try to avoid these minions here. These guys are a real pain in the wrong place. especially with their poops, you know. All right, so I'm gonna fasten up the video a little bit, kind of save ourselves some time here, and bring you guys back. Slow it down back to regular speed at around, say, I think 3 seconds. Sorry, 3 minutes. All right, let's do this.
There's a long road just behind you. Everything else comes so fast. Memories are all inside you, and you never make them back. I can feel that you're in through the world that you not make sense. You can feel what I mean now that you're here. Just know there's nothing to fear along the way. There's nothing I could say, nothing I could say. Can't feel relief with being blind or dumb. Find something to believe in and then never give it up. I can feel that you're in through the world that you not make sense. You can feel.
Okay, so we're in a very close, tight situation here, guys. We just got about 3 minutes, and then we have about 11k worth of health on the bar still. This is going to be very close. The chances of me defeating this boss is kind of getting slim. You know, by the clock, by the second. Especially because each ammo does only 93. So if all the 40 rounds of the clip, you know, hits the boss, is where we even have any chance on him. So, well, it's time to get aggressive. It's time to get aggressive. Otherwise, it's okay. 6k, 2 minutes, guys. 6k. Come on. All right, that's about two clips of health remaining on the boss. If I were to you know, hit all the ammunitions of these 2 clips on him, that should do it. Okay, just under 2 minutes here, and he's got about 1.5 clips worth of hit remaining on him. Oh, come on. Come on. We're closing in the minute mark. And after killing the boss, we also have to take care of those minions as well. So guys, very tight. Okay, 1k of health. That should be okay. We are the timer is running out. 1.5 minutes. Come on, you gotta get aggressive here. That's pretty much it. Come on. Oh yes, a minute in hand, guys. And now for the come on, for the minions. Oh boy, yes, come on. That's, whoa. Okay, all right, thank you. Okay, so guys, that was a very close one. You know, we just had a minute, under a minute, to take out everybody inside the boss room. So we just did that. So AR gun, I mean, assault rifle, I don't know, guys. Personally, I wouldn't recommend it. I mean, the compound bow or the you know, pump gun is the way to go when it comes to boss rooms, especially for in specific for this boss, the Megapithecus. Otherwise, guys, it's a risky gambling. that we would do with the assault rifle. All right, okay, so guys, anyway, I also wanted to show you guys the tech implant chamber. I actually have a few of them running, so just wanted to talk to you guys a little bit on that one. So I'll bring you guys back in just a second, all right, and then I'll show you guys the tech implant chamber. All right, guys, so here we are. We have this bunch of tech implant chambers. It's all powered up using one element. Now, if you guys notice, there is no timer to tell us if there is, you know, or how much time it's left on the element to elapse, and the, you know, the implant chamber to kind of power out. So, you know, which is different from what we have seen in the tech generator. Right, so okay, so once we put the stuff inside, the implant inside, the timer is frozen. And in multiplayer, I kind of checked it out. The one element powers for about a day, about more or less a day, guys. I did not put it on the clock to check to see exactly how much time, but I kind of logged in the other day, and it kind of lasted for about a day, and then it kind of shut down, you know, powered itself off, and then the implants started, you know, decaying in terms of the timer timer counting down to 0 on its expiration. So yeah, guys, so that's what it is on the tech implant chambers. One element lasts for a day. In single player, obviously, you know, the clock stops ticking the moment we log out of the game, so it lasts for about 24 hours of playing time. And in multiplayer, it's a server time, so irrespective of whether you're playing or not, the clock still ticks. So that's about a day. The Dura on the tech implant chamber is 200, guys, so that's not very much. One tap of a good weapon, good melee weapon should destroy this. So we got to protect this in multiplayer, and especially in PvP. So that's what it is, guys, on the tech implant chamber. Really useful though, guys. I would say that you know, if I have to watch some more ads for Amber to revive them and stuff, it really makes a lot of sense, you know, to keep some of these. Even though I think to craft one of these, it takes about 30 elements, you know, to you know, and then a bunch of other stuff, comparatively lesser than the other tech items. Let's have a quick look at that. Yeah, so 30 elements, 35 pearl, 200 crystal, 200 metal ingots, and 50 you know, electronics. So that's not as costly, you know, minus the eerie elements. Okay, guys, this will do for the day. I'll see you guys in the next video, next dungeon, hopefully. Peace out, guys. Stay safe, and bye, guys.